Now I've been looking about on eBay again, and I got suggested this RMS Titanic, the coal and the wood. You see it? Piece of coal and a bit of wood. And I know there's idiots on YouTube who say that's disrespectful. It's a grave. Yes, it is a grave, and nothing of the passengers or the crew, the clothes, the boots, the luggage, letters, anything that might have survived down there of people should stay down there. But this is coal, so shut your fucking mouth. Bit of coal and a bit of wood. This wood, one of the ships looking for survivors, one of the crew found a bit of wood that was floating on the surface. You see it? Bit of wood floating on the surface, and they made a cabinet, and they put it in the house. And when he passed, the kids sold it off. I think you can only legally sell coal, Titanic coal, on eBay. So this doesn't fall under that because it was owned by someone else. But you can only buy coal legally, and this bit of wood was from someone else. But it's part of the Titanic. I think leave all the people's belongings alone, okay? Because those belong to them, okay? But the ship itself, that should be pulled up and put into a museum, obviously piece by piece, because it's 2 miles down. You're not going to bring that up in one go. But in 50 years' time, the Titanic's going to be gone. You have to understand, right? It's 2 miles down. That means there's 2 miles worth of water pressing down on it. So one day James Cameron's going to go there, and it's just going to be like a brown stain. Okay, he's going to go in his $1 billion submarine, and there's going to be none of it left. It's just going to be crushed. So it's best to bring that up, put it into a museum, because they bought the Mary Rose up. That's in a museum. Obviously, it was in much shallow water. That's why they could bring it up. But just chop up the Titanic, put it in a museum, keep it safe, because one day it's going to be gone. But everything that people owned, all their belongings, leave them alone. But like I say, this is coal. Okay, relax. I think in 1994 it says one of the salvagers, I think it's Titanic Inc., who are legally allowed to get this. They went down there and they poured up 1 ton of coal, which is less than 1%. The Titanic was going, what was it, a week across the Atlantic. That takes a lot of coal. Okay, so there's a lot of coal down there, but they bought up 1 ton of it. And I know there's a lot of scammers on eBay. I know there's a lot of scammers. People say, I have got Conan's original sword from 1,000 years ago. And you say Conan wasn't a real person. They say, nah, trust me, bro. It's the real thing. I know there's a lot of scammers on eBay. But I looked at this longer than the Titanic was afloat on the Atlantic. And there was nothing hinky. There was no weird signals, no bad... There's about 10,000 reviews for it, and I'm good. And obviously, they can make bots, they can make fake accounts, but I've seen nothing bad about it. So, and there's a few other people say this dude was looking for survivors or bodies, and he found this bit of a wood floating, so he salvaged it and he turned it into a cabinet. Mr. Parker, entirely from salvaged Titanic wood. So I like to believe it's genuine, but there's a bit of coal and a bit of wood. But in 50 years' time, the Titanic's gone to be gone. So it's best to be saved. But I hope everyone's well. Have a nice day, guys.